Hello, good morning, and welcome to Monday Inspo. This is a beautiful day that the Lord has made. We will rejoice and be glad in it. So let me know when you come online. Let me know that you can hear me and you can see me clearly. Please comment. Please share this video. Tap on the like button, tap on the heart button, and so I know that you are following. Once again, welcome to Monday Inspo with Pastor Nina Obikudo. I trust that you had a very wonderful and beautiful weekend, and I'm sure that you are ready to hit the road running this new working, schooling, business week, as the case may be for you. It's always a delight to be with you and to share insight with you that keeps you going for the week and the weeks ahead of you. Now, today on Monday Inspo, briefly, we'll be talking about consequences. Consequences, and I have termed consequences to be the direct result, the direct effect or result of the decisions that you make and the actions that you take. Consequences are a direct effect, a direct result of the decisions that you make and the actions that you take. Okay, so in life, everything we do stems from a place of decision. We decide that we're going to do this and then we do it. We decide that we're going to take this action and then we take the action. And for every action that we take, for every decision that is made that brings birth an action, there is an effect. There is a result that is produced from that action, and that's what is called consequence. Now, I do understand that most of the time when we use the word consequence, or when we say this is the consequence of this person's action, we mean it in the negative most of the time. But really, a consequence is just a result, is just an effect of the decision that you have taken, all the actions that you have taken, the decisions you have made, all the actions that you have taken. Really, those consequences could either be good or bad. Yeah, they could be, but most of the time we use consequences as a negative narrative. Now, while I was preparing for Monday Inspo yesterday, I stumbled on a message in one of the groups that I belong to on the WhatsApp platform, and it was a story of a young man. Now, this boy was called by his mom, sent to go to the market, to go to a particular shop or store or shade, as we call it, in the market. Look for a particular woman whom the mom had described to him, and then the mom said to him to buy a particular brand of tomatoes, tin tomatoes, from that lady. Now, the boy said that he was used to running on errands really fast for his mom. And so the mom also said to him, do not spend any time, do not waste any time. Go straight on to the market, to this particular part of the market, to this particular shop, to this particular lady, ask her for these particular tin tomatoes, this brand, and then give her this money that I'm giving to you, and then get back home. Now, while that boy began that journey, at some point, he even forgot the description to the place he was going. He stopped to ask questions, ask somebody for the description to that place. And funny enough, he found that that person he was asking had the brand of tomato his mom had asked him to buy. So he pretty much could have taken the tomato from that woman, paid her, and gone back home. But then he thought to himself, no, I have an instruction that has been given to me that I need to follow strictly. I need to listen to the instruction my mom had given to me and do what she had asked me to do. So the lady asked him, do you want to buy something from me? He said, no, ma, I don't want to buy anything. I just want to head down to the place I had asked for the description. And he continued on his journey. Now it began to rain. This was going to delay his journey again. He had to stop over at a shade to wait for that rain to go down. There again, he found the brand of tomato his mom had asked him to buy. And he said to himself, why don't I just take this tomato? It's already raining, time is already spent, and run back home to my mom. Then he thought again, but my mom gave me specific instructions, told me to go to a particular shop, to a particular lady, and get the tin tomato from that lady. Now, long story made short, he refused to buy the tin tomato from the shade where he had taken refuge because it was raining. He asked further questions and was able to locate the shop his mom had asked him to go. Meanwhile, every other person he met on the way was pleasant, was cautious, could listen to him, could answer his greetings, had smiles on their faces, and he could have been inviting enough to just terminate his journey at that point. But when he got to the place his mom had defined, the lady had her hair bowed down, looked like somebody who wasn't so happy, looked like somebody who had made no sales at all that day. And then he greeted her, and she didn't even answer as well as these other people he met on the way to her shop. Now he goes ahead to say, please, I want to buy so and so brand of tomato. My mom sent me to buy this tomato. And instantly her face lit up. And she said, who is your mom? And the boy said, my mom is this. And she said, okay, no troubles. Quickly, she said, I'm not going to waste your time. Just hold on. She got up. She took spaghetti. She put in a bag. She took some cups of rice. She put in a bag. She took beans. She took so many other things and stuffed them in a bag and then gave with the tomato to the boy and said, take it to your mom. So the boy says, no. My mom only asked me to buy this brand of tomato. All this stuff are not for me. And the lady smiled and said, yes, I know. But your mom had already told me to pack all these things and give them to you when you come. And then the boy stretched forth his hand to give her the money his mom had given for the tomato. And the lady said, no, that money is actually for your transportation back home. Now, the boy was in shock. He couldn't believe what just happened. Remember, he had gone through so many other shops. His mind had been playing a game on him and saying, hey, guy, you can just buy this tomato. It's the same brand and go back home to your mom. She will even be happy because you had gotten home on time. If he had done that, not following the instructions he had been given, the consequence will be he will not get all the other things that the mom had already instructed the woman to give to him. It would have been a bad time. The result would have been terrible. He would have missed out on all those things. His mom would have been disappointed in him. It would have shown him as a disobedient child who could not follow the instructions of his mother. Now, that is exactly how life is to so many of us. We've been given instructions by God. We've been given instructions by the people who are ahead of us, people at our workplaces, our teachers in school, and so many mentors. But we have decided on our own to look for shortcuts. We've decided on our own to go our own way. We've decided to terminate the journey at any given point that we have deemed fit. Because we think that we can as well end it here. We have seen what we're looking for. Like that young man, it would have been disastrous. I can imagine his joy knowing that he followed the instruction to the last bit. I can imagine the joy on his mother's face. I can imagine the pride. I can imagine how she will beat her chest and know that she has a son that is worthy. I can imagine this boy thinking in his mind, what would have been the consequence of my action if I didn't obey my mom? And what is the result I get now for obeying my mom? Now on Monday Inspo, I'm here to remind you this morning that there are consequences for the actions that you take. There are consequences for the decisions that you make. So don't make those decisions in a mad hurry. Don't take those actions in a mad hurry. Don't be in such a haste that you forget that the resultant effect could be negative. Give it time. Think it through. Be sure that whatever you are doing is the right thing, because that and only then will you get a good, positive result. So many of us are living with consequences, bad consequences, negative results, bad effect, and bad scars because of the decisions that we have taken. So I've come to remind you to weigh those options. Weigh those decisions that you are about to take. Weigh those actions that you are about to make. Don't be in a hurry. Be sure that whatever it is that you want to do, will give you a good, a perfect, a positive result. So that you, like the boy in the story, can smile. So that whoever has sent you and whoever is watching you can beat their chest and say, I am proud of you. Can say, well done. The story ended by saying that the boy's mom was happy, the boy was happy, and he had a beautiful jollof rice for dinner because all the ingredients were intact. I can imagine if he had come home with just tinned tomatoes. Maybe he would have had tinned tomatoes for dinner. Who knows? So please make sure that whatever you're doing, you have all your ingredients intact at the end of the day. And like that boy, you can have a very beautiful plate of jollof rice, whatever that means to you. So that's it on Monday Inspo. I'm glad you joined in. Please share this video to as many people as you think it will be beneficial to. And until I come your way next week, Monday, stay safe, stay blessed, stay knowing that God does love you, and so do I. Goodbye.